valves came from GetVanosParts by Beisan Systems here. We have a product that we're putting to market here on properly cleaning the S54 Vanos solenoid blocks. So stick with me, I'm going to show you all the process. It's not as easy as just spraying them down. It's a lot of varnish and junk that gets inside that, the regulator, the filter, and we made some of our own tools, so stick with us. Okay, you have our customer here, which we work with quite often, that sent their first batch in to get their cleaning done properly here. As you see, they come in pretty dirty. So I'm going to take them out, I'm going to remove restrictor valve, filter, and then we're going to bring them out and I'll spray them clean. Second, loosen up, there you go, 22 millimeters just in case. Got that. And we're going to bring this over and drain it out. But we'll go ahead and you'll see there, that's why. 2 were sent with restrictors, 2 were sent without. I would send them with so we can actually clean all of it. There's a filter that's on the tip that we're going to clean out. After the initial cleaning with brake cleaner, we immediately bring them in and wash them off with water to get all of that residue off of here. Not good to let that sit on here. Next step, we're going to put them in the bath that goes in there for about an hour, and we'll show you. We have a screw-in adapter here that goes in the side hole. First one connected here, same pitch and thread. It's actually an air chuck, so we're going to let this sit freely. But what we are going to do is we have really heavy-duty fishing magnets, and that pulls up these solenoids, and that's kind of the magic here. Is you definitely need to do this, and we take steps where we have them on for 15, off for 15, on for 15, and that seems to do the perfect job. So as you see, it's coming out. See the oil coming out of the passages there? So as you see, all 4 passages are going with the magnets on. Without it, only 2 passages, you'll see. This is also important because there's a lot of varnish inside of this unit and all the passageways. That's what we're trying to get a lot of that out of here. Take the magnets off. Okay, another 15. Okay, last round. Go, another 15. To point out a few items here as far as product, we do use a gentle degreaser. That's why it runs for so long, so it doesn't actually damage the unit. Some of the more harsh stuff will damage the metal. So we use this. We have tried the ultrasonic cleaner before, but found that it doesn't do as good as a job as letting it cycle and soak here through the valves over time. We're going to remove the first one, all done. Also soaking the restrictors in here. Top of this, while this is going. It'll take a little while to work the varnish off. Go ahead and put some magnets on it. There we go. Now it's coming out. Okay. Yeah, the oil wasn't coming out of the second passages until we put the magnets on. We do want to remove the residue, because over time we found that causes this to bind up if it sits for a little while. So we did an initial wash. Let's go ahead and these new magnets are pretty strong. So we're pretty good to pull those valves up to the top. That should do it. We'll go back and use some compressed air. We created our own tool here out of a OEM BMW air chuck for the S54 Vanos units. When you rebuild them, you can pressurize them with air and test them with a special box that's meant to actuate all the different valves and solenoids on it. So it is basically that and a barb chuck that has the same thread pattern as the other on there. It's a hose chuck, so that screws in here very nicely. And first we're going to remove any water here with air. It's just enough to get the air out of it. And lastly, we're going to do the same exact process here but we're going to inject oil into the different cavities. So, here we go. And also the four, make sure I get it here, orifices here. Okay, put that back in. We're going to get a air gun. Go ahead again. Hopefully this isn't too loud. So we're just going to do a little burst into here. Okay, now that oils the whole thing. Sounds good. Did notice something else that's really cool here. You want to listen really carefully. I won't even touch the magnet. Those are operating wonderfully. This is really nice. The restrictor filters, as you can see, they look much better. Now, they do come rusted. The metal just pits over time depending on what position they're sitting in. They get water on them, and a lot of times you can't see because there's grime and grit around it, but they came out really nice. The filters are clean. We're both soaking and spraying directly in to get those clean so they don't have to be replaced. And they're good to go, and we'll go ahead and put them together and the units as they come out here from cleaning. And we do, I'm going to also oil the entire body. They're the only ones where this upper portion is super sensitive to any kind of cleaner whatsoever. So we do oil it and we wash it off right away after the stuff's come off the body here, the lacquered oil on there. Quick note about reinstalling the restrictor if you happen to be doing this yourself. Hand tight, snug. That's all you need. It's never going to come out. We have an example here of a bad solenoid block. This is of the four the customer sent in. These were some he had lying around, and he wanted the full cleaning, deep cleaning process to be done. We'll show you we have one bad valve here. So if you listen, okay, this is the bad one. It's severely muted. And these have to go through the full cleaning process to make sure that it isn't something blocking it, but it's completely clean inside and out. It's actually a very nice looking unit, but the valve is bad on it. So this is why we have to go through the process, check them. We can report back to the customer that they actually have a bad block instead of just varnish or debris inside.
GetVanosParts by Beisan Systems. Vanos and Vehicle Systems Solutions manufacturer for BMW vehicles.